Today, we're going to be talking about the top 10 questions that we get about fiberglass pools. Let's get to it. Question number one is, how much do fiberglass pools cost? Obviously, that's going to be the number one question on your mind because, well, things are expensive today. And this is going to be one of those things that you're going to decide whether or not you want to spend money on for you and your family. Now, there's three different types of pools. You got fiberglass, you got concrete, and you got vinyl liner. Fiberglass is one of the more expensive ones because it is one of the most top-of-the-line premium products that's out there for pools. Now, a fiberglass pool, just the pool itself, is going to cost you anywhere between $50,000 to $80,000, $90,000. Now, that's not including things like patio, things like electrical, gas hookups for a heater, auto covers. There's a lot that goes into these types of pools and these types of projects. Think of a home construction. There's quite a bit of different trades that goes into the project as a whole that's going to affect your price. But just for the pool itself, generally somewhere in between that $50,000, $80,000, $90,000 range, depending on who you go with as well. So over a 10-year period, fiberglass pools are actually going to cost you less compared to vinyl or concrete pools. In about that 10-year period, you're going to spend anywhere between $4,000 to $5,000 if you maintain your chemicals properly. And in those other pools, like vinyl, you're going to have more maintenance for chemicals. You're also going to have more maintenance for the liner replacements. So in that 10-year period, you're going to spend anywhere between $10,000 to $12,000. And then same for concrete. Over that 10-year period, you have replastering, you have acid washing. You're going to have more chemical upkeep for a concrete pool. So that is going to run you over a 10-year period somewhere between $20,000 to $25,000. So fiberglass, while it may be more expensive up front compared to vinyl liner, it's going to be saving you money in the long run by quite a substantial amount. So since fiberglass pools are one of the more expensive types of pools, what's good about them? Well, you have a very durable surface. You're not going to have liner replacements like you would for a vinyl liner pool, and because you're not going to have that same type of maintenance upkeep with this very hard surface, if you have pets, you don't have to worry about their claws tearing through the liner, tearing through the surface. Same thing with kids, because kids can be destructive, let's be honest. So that's one of the main benefits. You're going to have that nice durable surface. Because of that gel coat finish as well, it's very smooth, it's nice on your skin. It has a non-porous surface. It's got a very smooth non-porous surface, and because of that non-porous surface, you're going to be spending less on chemical maintenance because it will not harbor algae the same as like a concrete pool would. Question number three is, how long does it take to install a fiberglass pool? Well, about 3 to 6 weeks is what we tell our customers. We usually do full turnkey install, so we handle pretty much everything about the install itself. The dig set fill portion, actually digging the hole and putting the pool in the ground, filling it full of water, that can take up only to 2 days. So after the end of day 2, you could be swimming after we get to your home, but we have done a dig set fill in 1 day. It's possible, but usually by the end of day 2, you'll be swimming. The rest of everything, like electrical, gas, auto cover installation, patio, all that kind of stuff is really what's going to take the majority of the time when it comes to fiberglass pool installation, so that's where we say 3 to 6 weeks. Question number 4 is, can you install a fiberglass pool in cold climates? Well, yes, you can. There's really nothing to that claim. We install pools in eastern Minnesota and western Wisconsin. So we're in the northern Midwest. It gets really, really, really cold here. Think of your ice cube tray in your freezer. When you fill that full of water and you put it in the tray, does that plastic tray crack? No, it doesn't. Ice will expand up. It doesn't really expand outward in that case. Your fiberglass pool will be just fine to be installed in a cold climate. Question number 5 is, what sizes do fiberglass pools come in? Well, this one here, this is a 16 by 40, and that's about the biggest type of pool for fiberglass that you're going to get. They can go all the way down to 10 by 20, and River Pools is actually eventually going to be coming out with an 8 by 16. So these kitty cocktail pools are getting more popular, so we're adjusting for that, but anywhere from 10 to 20 up to 16 by 40. There are some fiberglass pool models out there that are 44 feet long, but you're not going to get any wider than 16 feet due to shipping restrictions. So tying that in directly into question number 6 is, what shapes do they come in? The common shapes are rectangular, you have kidney-shaped pools, you have freeform pools, and then you have something called Roman, which is rectangular with kind of the curves at the ends of the pool. Speaking of size and shape, can you customize your fiberglass pool? You can't customize the size and shape of your pool, but you can literally customize everything else. You can put as many jets and bubblers as you want in your pool. You can put as many lights as you want in your pool. Anything when it comes to water features or patio features, that's all customizable. So don't let anyone tell you that fiberglass pools can't be customized, because they can, just not in the same way that a concrete pool or even a vinyl liner pool can be customized. Another common question is, do these fiberglass pools pop out of the ground? Because there have been a few cases of fiberglass pools popping out of the ground. Let me get this straight. A properly installed fiberglass pool will never pop or float out of the ground. It's simple physics. If you have more water outside of your pool than you have inside of your pool, that's when you get the situations of hydrostatic pressure that'll lift your pool out of the ground. You need to have full water pressure in your pool, and you need to have a dewatering pipe next to your pool so you can monitor the groundwater that's outside of your pool. If you have those two things, you will never have your pool pop out of the ground, because you'll have water pressure in your pool and you'll be able to monitor the groundwater around your pool and pump it out with a sump pump if need be. So if you have those two things, you'll never have a fiberglass pool pop out of the ground. So how long will they last? Well, structurally, River Pools has a lifetime warranty. So if you get a puncture in the pool for any reason, then you're good. So they have a lifetime warranty, and they should last you a lifetime. Now, when it comes to the gel coat, they last about 20 to 30 years with proper chemical maintenance. Oftentimes, people will not keep up with their water chemistry, and then the gel coat will fade faster due to that. But again, proper chemical maintenance, you've got 2 to 3 decades or even longer. For the last two questions here, I'm going to be ringing the same bell. People ask if fiberglass pools fade. Over time, they will fade. However, if you keep up with your chemical maintenance, you probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference between a newly gel-coated fiberglass pool and a gel coat that was 10 years old. But if you don't maintain your chemicals properly, it will fade prematurely. So, maintain your chemicals. Trust me, it's going to save you a lot of heartache in the long run. And question number 10 is, are fiberglass pools easy to maintain? This is hitting that water chemistry thing again. But yes, out of all three pools, they are the easiest to maintain. I mentioned earlier the smooth surface. It's not porous. It's really good to prevent algae growth. It's a really big thing in keeping your pool easily maintainable. And with all the automation systems that are out there today, keeping your chemicals balanced properly is actually really easy. If you want to learn more about fiberglass pools or river pools, fiberglass pools specifically, you can go to our website, riverpoolsandspas.com. I'll leave a link in the description. There you'll find information about all the shapes and sizes and color options that are available for these pools. River Pools is a franchise, and even if you're not in our area specifically, you will be able to find the locations of all the River Pools franchisees across the nation. So check out our website, learn more about fiberglass pools there, and here on our channel. Stay tuned. I'll see you next time.